Okay, I just wanted to go over real quick setting up a Gmail account here. So, there's a couple things we're going to go over. So, first of all, extra email addresses and aliases. Um, Oftentimes we set you up so that you can send as like the main office email address or something like that out of your email. So, if you go to settings and accounts, you can add. You can go to add another email address you own. Um, I'm going to add pmoffice@rtserve.com. That's a group email address we have. Now, just because you add it doesn't mean when emails come back through pmoffice. So if you're sending from pmoffice, people reply, it'll come back to pmoffice. Doesn't mean that pmoffice is automatically set to get back to you. So you could send out, people reply, and then everyone else gets it that gets pmoffice, but you don't. So that just has to be set up too, or if you want it to be. Sometimes you send up and you don't really need to get email back depending on who you are. So you would say treat it as alias. Next step, you'd say send through Realty Trust Services LLC mail. It sends a verification email, which then in somebody who gets the email from there should get it. Here it is. You can copy the confirmation number or just follow the link. And then if you go back here, actually I'm just going to reload this screen here. And now it shows confirmed. If you open up an email, you see that it's you see that now you have an option to choose multiple email addresses, and it shows coming from pmoffice. So, and now that you set that up, you have to also set your signature. So I'm going to copy this signature that's set for Irma at RTServe, Ema at RTServe, and then go to the pmoffice thing, and I copied it, and I'm going to press Control V to paste here. And now we're good on that too for a signature. Let's see, what else do we got here? Okay, so I got extra emails and aliases. There are other ways to set up email accounts through but we'll do that. Let's go to signature. Signature should look like something like this. Go to settings, general, go down to signature. We just changed it up. Signature, you can actually, right on here, you can copy Ema's signature and then change it to your own. Just use the same formatting. So that's how you do it, and you got to do it for each of your emails. Also, let's figure out general setup. So your text style in Realty Trust Services, we use serif and/or Georgia, something more fancy. So this is the default text style. I set it to that. Normally I have 100 conversations per page. I normally always display external images. The spam filter is good enough to keep me from getting bad ones that I don't want. Reply is standard, not reply all. You want conversation view on, that's part of the power of Gmail. You do want to send an archive button in reply. You can add extra stars if you're just like those kind of things. You just drag them on. You know, if you want to use that as an organization system. Keyboard shortcut should be on. It's off by default. And I like to show the people widget. I like to automatically add contacts in so they autocomplete later if I send an email to them. Personality indicators are nice. Just indicates how personal this email is. I do show snippets. It's kind of nice. It shows a snippet of the message, so you do want that on. Email autoresponder, that's something you would set for vacation. You don't set it normally. And that's pretty good on the general settings. The general settings. Let's go to the themes. So you can, it's kind of like creating your office. You do a lot for your emails. So choose something that you like. You can set a beach or all sorts of changing themes or rotating themes. Some themes like change depending on the time of day for a certain area. So it's a couple things like that. Most people don't do Gmail offline. Labs, I always set a few labs. There's some that are important to me. Sometimes I like auto advance. Some people do that. You definitely want canned responses. That's important because you'll use them, and that allows you to send templated emails. You don't need custom shortcuts. I like to have anything that I view that I can. So like previews for Flickr, Google Maps, Voice Player, they can all be used. Preview of Picasa pictures. Probably never use it, but who knows. I like the unread message icon. It puts a little message icon that shows the number of unread messages. And Yelp. Most of them are useless, but if you're going to set them, you might as well set them on. And there's some information on using the canned lab feature, canned emails. That's really the only really important feature of the labs is the canned emails. I like to add the phone number to our name. So if you actually go to settings and go to accounts, I copied and pasted that in, and then put the phone number of our office there. Got that. We already talked about that in general. Inbox view. Okay, there's a few different ways to think of the inbox and do it. Okay, got it. So there's you can set several different kinds of inbox. The standard inbox these days comes sorted: promotional mail, social mail, like YouTube, Google+, Facebook, all comes in the social tab. And promotions like email newsletters, things like that. Spam, spam goes to a spam folder, which is down here. Come here. So that's your standard inbox, but you can set your inbox to different ways. So you can do important first, unread first. Normally I just do default, but sometimes you want to do unread first. But what I found is I would read it and then not do something with it, and then it would get hidden way down at the end. So I normally just do default, which is basically chronological. Newest is first, and that works for me as far as setting the inbox goes. But you can choose any of them here. So we got that, inbox view, shortcuts, I already covered. That's in the general settings. You do want the shortcuts enabled though, and just I think I had some other section where I did shortcuts. Right here, you definitely want to learn about the shortcuts. They're really important because Gmail tends to be such a high volume item. If you're receiving a lot of email, so you want to understand the shortcuts. E, archive, C, compose, tab, enter to send, GC to go to contacts, all that stuff. So watch that and learn from that. And I guess I'll do a separate video on automation using rules. I think this will be done. All right, checking out. Thanks for watching this video.